Welcome. In this video, we'll introduce you to the ASEAN Taxonomy, the region's common framework for driving sustainable finance and guiding the transition to a more sustainable economy. But first, let's take a step back and understand what ASEAN is and why this initiative matters for the future of our region. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, is a regional grouping of ASEAN member states formed to promote economic, political, and security cooperation among its members. Today, ASEAN is the world's fifth largest economy and is on track to become the fourth largest by 2030 with a projected GDP of $4.5 trillion. But this rapid growth brings significant challenges. Climate change is an escalating concern for ASEAN. According to the ASEAN Changing Disaster Risk Landscape Report, between 2012 to 2022, the region endured 4,073 climate-related disasters, displacing over 77 million people and threatening key sectors such as agriculture, transport, and energy. The emission profiles also vary widely across member states, from transport dominating in Cambodia to industry and energy leading in Indonesia. On top of this, the region's diversity, as reflected in GDP per capita, will continue to shape each ASEAN member state's direction. To address these risks, the ASEAN Taxonomy was developed as a unifying framework to guide sustainable finance and drive a collective transition towards a more sustainable and resilient future. The ASEAN Taxonomy for Sustainable Finance is a framework that defines and classifies sustainable activities. Its primary purpose is to orientate capital flows towards sustainable investments and to facilitate a just transition across the region. The taxonomy aims to provide consistency, clarity, and credibility so that businesses and investors can mobilize sustainable capital with greater confidence. It also seeks to minimize fragmentation by facilitating equivalence between member states' national taxonomies to support regional sustainable development amid rapid industrialization and to ensure inclusiveness across ASEAN's diverse economies. The ASEAN taxonomy has also informed the development of other international taxonomies, and national taxonomies across the region are being aligned closely with it. The ASEAN taxonomy was designed from the outset to be interoperable with widely used international taxonomies and national taxonomies of ASEAN member states. It draws on design features from the European Union taxonomy and other regional taxonomies, creating potential bridges between ASEAN markets and international investors. The ASEAN taxonomy offers two assessment frames tailored to different users and national contexts. The Foundation Framework, which is qualitative and principles-based with alignment assessed through narrative explanation, and the Plus Standard, which applies technical screening criteria in a more rigorous, quantitative way. Both frames require that activities demonstrate contribution to at least one of four environmental objectives: climate change mitigation, climate change adaptation, protection of healthy ecosystems and biodiversity, and resource resilience and transition to circular economy. Activities must also meet three essential criteria: do no significant harm, remedial measures to transition, and social aspects, which covers human rights, labor rights, and worker protection, and impacts on communities living close to investments. The Foundation Framework uses a principles-based assessment of activities, assisted by guiding questions. The principles-based nature of the Foundation Framework allows for assessment and classification of activities to be performed despite challenges in availability and accessibility of data, or if the economic activity is not covered under the Plus Standard. Under the Foundation Framework, there are no defined technical screening criteria. An activity may be assessed as green if it meets the principles-based guiding questions. Activities that do not meet those principles are classified as red. In cases where an activity broadly meets green principles but there remains outstanding, unremediated harm, a temporary amber classification can be applied. In such cases, comprehensive and realistic remediation plans must be presented, demonstrating how the harm will be effectively addressed within 5 years. The activity will remain classified as amber until remediation is achieved. If the harm is not effectively remediated within 5 years of assessment, the activity will be reclassified as red. The second classification frame, the Plus Standard, provides an assessment using both threshold-based and process or practice-based technical screening criteria. The Plus standard defines the technical screening criteria that enables classification of activities into 3 tiers under a traffic light system to indicate the degree to which an activity is sustainable through its contribution to an environmental objective. Tier 1 aligns with the Green classification, referencing the EU Taxonomy's Green tier, except where ASEAN-specific contextualization is required for certain activities. Tiers 2 and 3 correspond to 2 levels of Amber classification. Activities that do not satisfy and align with any tier's criteria are considered as Red. Similar to the Foundation framework, an activity that meets Green or Amber criteria may be temporarily assigned Amber Tier 3 if outstanding unremediated harm exists. As with the Foundation framework, comprehensive and realistic remediation plans must be presented, demonstrating how the harm will be effectively addressed within 5 years. The activity will remain classified as Amber Tier 3 until remediation is achieved. If the harm is not effectively remediated within 5 years of assessment, the activity will be reclassified as Red. In summary, the ASEAN Taxonomy establishes a common, regionally tailored framework to channel sustainable finance across diverse national circumstances. By offering both the Foundation framework and the Plus standard, it supports countries and investors at different stages of development while balancing global alignment with regional needs. Ultimately, the ASEAN Taxonomy is a cornerstone for driving sustainable growth in the region.